During my 30 years of service, I was a bachelor for the first 6 years. That's Korea and Vietnam. Then I married my wife, Mississippi girl, married when I was at Fort Hood. And she became an Army wife for 24 years of my 30 years of service. And it was great to have a beautiful, intelligent Army wife beside me in all the things that I did and all the places I went to represent the country in the joint affairs, like with Germany, the German-American friendship balls, and then Washington, D.C., going to the Soviet embassy, and the final function of the Soviet Union in December 1991. We were special guests of the Soviet embassy. And I remember my wife saying, I feel like I'm being watched. I said, no kidding. Well, you're with me. Besides that, you're beautiful. So, and then the Soviet Union ceased to exist the last day of December 1991. But then it became the Russian embassy. They took over. Forget about all the republics of the former Soviet Union. But it became, of course, I never went back after that. But I have an invitation. I still have it here for the last official function of the Soviet Union, which was a cocktail party. Wore dress uniform, wore my a dress mess uniform, and my wife dressed accordingly. So we were involved in many things involving wives in Germany, always with the mayor and the town leaders. So it's always good. It didn't matter so much the first 6 years because I was in combat. I was in Korea. Being single, that was fine. It was even better. But you didn't have to worry about things. But it was good to have family, and I had a young daughter and a young son. No kids the first tour to Germany, and then we had two the second tour to Germany. My son went through the first through the third grade, and my daughter was only 6 months old when we went to Germany for me to command a battalion, so she was still a toddler almost when we left to go to the War College. But then they spent the rest of their school year. My son went to school in California, Germany, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. My daughter went to school just only in Virginia. So I was PCS 3 times, lived in the same house, Army Staff, Joint Staff, and Secretary of Defense, which is kind of strange. It's challenging, but much rewarding.